Hey everyone, welcome. So you've spent countless hours in the lab. You've done the hard research. But now what? Now comes the really tricky part, actually presenting it. Today, we're going to dive into a professional's playbook for turning all that complex data into a scientific poster that not only looks great, but gets your work the serious attention it deserves. And that's the big question, right? It's a huge challenge every single student and researcher faces. You're an expert in your field, no doubt about it. But how do you become an expert communicator, especially when you're in a crowded conference hall? Well, that's exactly what we're going to tackle today. So, here's our roadmap for this. First, we'll get into the expert's mindset. Then we'll build out your poster's blueprint. After that, we'll talk through a tight 48-hour game plan, dive into designing for absolute clarity, and finally, we'll wrap it all up with a final checklist you can use every single time. All right, first up, the expert's mindset. It really all starts with your approach. Making a fantastic poster isn't just about making something pretty. It's about blending your scientific knowledge with solid design principles to create a powerful communication tool. And this slide right here makes a really critical distinction. See, a general designer, they're focused on aesthetics, how it looks. But you, as a scientific designer, you're doing something more. You're combining that visual appeal with your scientific authority to make sure the design serves the data with 100% accuracy and clarity. So once you have that mindset locked in, you need a blueprint. Seriously, before you even think about opening up a design program, you have to define what success actually looks like for your project. This planning phase is what separates a rushed, kind of confusing poster from one that's polished and professional. Your main goal here is transformation. You're not just copying and pasting text and figures. Nope. You are actively transforming dense, complex info into something that's simple, visual, and of course, academically sound. That right there is the mission. And these right here, these are the 5 pillars of a truly great poster. You need crystal clear communication, a clean professional look, rock-solid scientific accuracy, a logical structure, and let's be real, you often need to do it all on a crazy tight deadline. Hitting every single one of these marks is what we're aiming for. Okay, speaking of deadlines, let's talk about moving fast. A big project like a poster can feel, well, overwhelming. But a tight 48-hour timeline can actually be your best friend if you have a structured game plan. Let's break down exactly how you can get from zero to a finished poster in just 2 days. We can map this entire process onto 4 super clear milestones. Each stage has a very specific goal and a real, tangible output. This is what keeps you from getting bogged down in the details and ensures you're always moving forward. And here's what that game plan looks like on a clock. For the first few hours, you're just planning. No fancy design yet, just a basic wireframe. By the end of day 1, boom, you have a full first draft. Day 2 is all about refining those data visuals and getting feedback. See? Totally manageable. Now for the fun part, the design details. This is where we make sure your audience can understand your incredible work in seconds, not minutes. The goal is simple: clarity at a glance. Readability all comes down to a strong visual hierarchy. Your viewer's eye needs a clear path to follow. This standard structure, title, intro, methods, results, conclusion, is the absolute backbone of your layout. Think of it like telling a story from beginning to end, guiding them through your research journey. And remember this, design elements like font size and empty space, what we call white space, they aren't just for decoration. They're powerful, functional tools. A bigger font for a header isn't just a style choice. It's a signpost telling the reader, hey, pay attention, this is a key idea. This is how you make your science truly accessible. All right, we are in the home stretch. You've put in the work, you've refined the design. Now let's talk about what the final package should look like and how we can boil this whole playbook down into one simple checklist you can use again and again. A complete project isn't just one file. As you can see here, you need 3 key things: the editable source file, a high-resolution PDF for perfect printing, and a PNG or JPEG for easy digital sharing. This setup gives you total flexibility for whatever you need.
And here's a pro tip: always plan for revisions. Building in time for 2 or 3 rounds of feedback is a professional standard. It's what guarantees you'll catch any little mistakes and end up with a poster you are genuinely proud to stand next to.
So here it is, your final checklist, boiled down to 4 essential steps. First, define your scope. Second, follow that structured timeline. Third, design with a clear visual hierarchy. And fourth, prepare all your final files. If you follow these 4 steps, you will be on the path to creating an amazing scientific poster every single time. At the end of the day, a poster is a storytelling tool. It's your opportunity to share your hard-earned discoveries with the world. You have the playbook now, so go out there and tell your story with clarity, with confidence, and with impact.